What's up, YouTube? This is Josh Kenner with Let's Duel 14, and this is my very first duel profile, so please bear with me. But my deck profile will be for July, what's the date? 19th. 19th. Damn.
March 2012 ban list.
March
you can edit
2012.
that, right?
Doesn't matter. Just March 2012 ban list.
Okay. And I don't really know what kind of deck this is, but this has been doing very well, so I'm going to start with the main card, Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron, as you know, when you normal summon a monster, you get one level 2 from your grave. And that goes really good with level 5 Synchros. So, and Synchron Explorer works really good as well. Now, here are some of my level 2s. Nimble Momonga, one of the best level 2s. When it's destroyed by battle, you get 2 more Nimble Momongas from your deck, and you gain 1,000 life points. That's 2 monsters right there for the price of 1. Shieldling. Up to twice per turn, it can't be destroyed by battle, 900 defense, and it's just a real boss card for defense. 2 Penguin Soldier for bouncing back those evil cards, such as Red Eye Stark, Metal Dragon, Frog the Jam, of course, and all those other cards that you don't like Blackwing Armor Master, like my friend does. Plus, it's also another target for Junk Synchron, which is awesome. Blackwing Mistral with Silver Shield, because it's just decent defense. It gives me like a little wall, and it helps me summon out my other Blackwing Synchros, so that works out pretty well. Snowman Eater, a 1900 defense guy. When he's flip face up, I can destroy 1 monster on the field, and that really does help big time. One of my favorite cards to use, Golden Ladybug. During your standby phase, when you reveal it in your hand, you gain 500 life points.
I hate that.
You have to keep it revealed in your hand for the rest of the turn, unless you set it. But still, that's pretty good, and it works good with another play I like to do. So that works pretty well. Battle Fader for those direct attacks that I do not like whatsoever. So that'll just end the battle phase, and I get to special summon my guy. So that works very well. Infernity Avenger. Now, when I'm top decking, I'm usually at a disadvantage. But when a monster of mine is destroyed by battle, such as if a Goblin Prolificer attacks it, then I can special summon this from my graveyard to my field, and then this monster gains that monster's level plus its level, which is 1. So I pretty much do 1 plus. So yeah, that's pretty good. Plus it's a Fiend Tuner, which goes good with one of my other synchros. Treeborn Frog, another one of my favorites. Helps me out so much. I can special summon it during the standby phase. If I don't, oh man, yeah, this guy's really driving me crazy. Okay, well anyway, Treeborn Frog over here. I can special summon him from my grave during my standby phase, as long as I have no spell and trap cards. So it can go for an easy tribute summon, or a nice synchro summon, or anything like that, or even just a solid defense, which I love. Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind, one of my favorite Blackwings. It's so good. If you have a Blackwing on the field, you can automatically special summon him, and you can pretty much have the attack and defense of any monster your opponent controls, which you can get over those terrible monsters like 6 Samurai Sheehan, 2500 attack monster, or anything like that, like Shape Snatch. Yeah, Shape Snatch is pretty cool. Well, alright, and here are some of my beaters. Photon Thrasher, 2100 attack power. This card can save my ass any day. Alright. Winged Rhinos. If my opponent plays a Mirror Force, I can automatically bounce Winged Rhinos back to my hand instead of sending it to the grave. So my opponent gets rid of their Mirror Force or anything like that. It even works on a bottomless trap wall, which I absolutely love. It just makes them waste their good cards. 8 Fighter. I just recently added this today. It's 1900 attack. When it destroys a monster by battle, it gains 300 attack. But if it can't attack during the battle phase, then it goes it loses its attack and it goes back to 1900, which that's not too bad, especially because you can get it pretty high. Slate Warrior. It's a flip effect monster. When it's flip face up, it gains 500 attack and defense. And if your opponent destroys this monster by battle, their attack and defense decrease by 500. So either way, it's pretty much a plus there. One of my favorites, Go 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 Golem. I just love the Go 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 series. I really do. Well, anyway, when it's in face of defense, it can't be destroyed once by battle. and it has 1800 attack, so that's decent, I'd say. Not great, but decent. Alright, here are some of my tribute monsters. Cyber Dragon, one of the best cards in the game. You just special summon it when your opponent has a monster and you control none, so it works out well with that. Prime Material Dragon has 2400 attack for one tribute, and if your opponent would gain, or if either you or your opponent would lose life once, you gain that life once instead. And you can also discard one card from your hand to negate like cards like that destroy cards like Bottomless Trap Hole or Toriantal Tribute or something like that, or even Mirror Force, or even like some of those pesky Insector monsters. I personally love them, but they're pretty cool. Jinzo. No trap cards can be activated when he's out, and he's just a 2400 beater, so that's why I love him. It's one of the most classic cards you can probably run, so he just rocks. Vanity's Fiend. Check that out. 2400. This can pretty much stop almost any of the meta decks now. Neither player can special summon any monsters, and it's 2400 attack, so your opponent will have a pretty hard time getting over it when you're not using like Xyz monsters or Synchros or even some of those high level monsters like Dark Armed or Gores. Gores once games, right? Yeah. And speaking of Gores, we got Gores, the emissary of the afterlife.
Emissary of darkness.
Right, darkness.
You looked at it and you still got it.
When you control no cards, if you take a direct attack, you can automatically special summon this. Or if you take effect damage and you control no cards, you can automatically special summon it. And if it's battle damage, you pretty much get an emissary token, which has the same amount of attack and defense as the amount of damage you took. And any effect damage, it automatically inflicts to your opponent. So, like a magic, or yeah, something like that. It works pretty well. Yeah. Evil Hero Malicious Edge. 2600 attack. When your opponent controls a monster, he only requires one tribute, and he has a really good piercing ability, so that can pretty much help out with a lot of things there.
Marshmallow.
And then Tragodia, whatever it's called. Tragodia, right. When you you can special summon this card from your hand when your opponent declares a direct attack.
And you take battle damage.
And
just like Gores.
And a battle damage. Yep, just like Gores. And he gains 600 attack for every card in your hand. Plus he has a killer effect. I believe you have to discard one card. And you can target one monster in your grave, and this card becomes that monster's level, I believe. So, I mean, that's pretty good for Xyz, for Synchro, for normal beatdown. That's just awesome.
Gravity Bind.
Alright, and now we got some of the staple spells. We got Monster Reborn, we got the Docketed Hole, we got the Heavy,
Staples.
we got the 2 MSTs, yeah, that'll help, and Book of Moon. And for the other spells, I run a Swords of Revealing Light. That'll just block your opponent for 3 turns. So, I mean, that's pretty good for stall anyway. It's helping me out. Now, for that other card I was talking about, the Golden Ladybug card, I love using Creature Swap with it because it has 0 attack and 0 defense. So, I can pretty much just take anything I want from my opponent. Like, if they only have Blackluster Soldier Envoy, then I can pretty much just take control of it and go for like 6,000. So, yeah, you just heard it. Well, yeah, this guy hates that combo, but Creature Swap works well. And even using a card like Penguin Soldier, like having Penguin Soldier set, you can flip it, bring Golden Ladybug and Penguin Soldier back to your hand. That way you get Penguin Soldier back for another effect, and Golden Ladybug for another 500 points next turn. So I just love playing that combo. We got Scapegoat right here, because Scapegoat just sums out 4 really good tokens. I mean, they have 0 attack, 0 defense, but just an awesome defensive card. Enemy Controller. This card can do 2 different effects. One, you contribute 1 monster to take control of one of your opponent's monster until the end phase. And another effect is that you can change the battle position of one of your opponent's monsters. So it majorly helps anyway, as long as you go up, down, A, B. So it works well. And now we got some of the staples for traps. We got Mirror Force, one of my favorites, one of the most classic. 1 Summon Warning, because I really just don't have another Summon Warning, so being truthful there. I got 1 Bottomless, which that really helps, and 1 Toriantal, and get rid of all those pesky other trap cards.
Other trap cards from Toronto.
Monsters.
Monsters, right?
Like Frog the Jam.
Yeah, the Heat's
Beltenheimer.
Alright. Dark Bribe. This card can negate one of your opponent's spell and traps, and your opponent draws one card. So it's sort of like it's a decent, especially if you want to get rid of like their Heavy Storm or their Dark Ball or Monster Reborn. So that'll help out big time. Waboku, the actual good one, the newer one, it makes it so your opponent cannot destroy any of your monsters by battle during this turn, and you take no battle damage during this turn. And plus, it can be changed to like pesky cards like MST or things like that, or Heavy Storm. So it just works really well. Now I run 2 Compulse, mainly because it bounces those big guys back to the hand or extra deck, which I like to pretty much do. So they pretty much go minus pretty good. So I just love Compulse. You can chain it with Heavy Storm, MSD, Dust Tornado, any of those cards I destroy, spell and trap cards. And Security Orb. I love this effect because it works really well either way, destroyed or just attacked. So if your opponent declares an attack, you can change the battle position of the monster. And if it's destroyed while face down, you can pretty much destroy any monster your opponent controls. So either way, you're going to do pretty well with it. For my extra deck, I have a level 4 Dark Diviner. This card is just incredibly boss. It just runs over so many different monsters. It has 2,000 attack, but when your opponent, or when you attack this, or attack a monster, its attack increases by the amount of that monster. So it pretty much, it just like goes blow for blow, except this card cannot destroy by battle. So that's even bigger plus. And when it does destroy a monster by battle, your opponent has to mill 3 cards. So they're losing some of their best cards there. So that works really well. Another one of my good favorites, Scarred Warrior. Doesn't really have great stats, but it's just a great defender. Once per turn, it just can't destroy the battle. And when you have other warrior type monsters on the field, you just can't attack, or you can't attack those other monsters out there. Yeah, you cannot target face-up warrior type monsters as an attack target except for this card. So it works pretty well. Magical Android, being a level 5 and a 2400 beater. During the end phase, you can pretty much just gain 600 no matter what, because he's a psychic type monster. And if you have any other psychic type monsters, you'll just keep gaining 600 for each one. So I think that works really well. Stygian Surgex, you need a Fiend type tuner. Thus, I have the Infernity tuner monster. And when you destroy an opponent's monster by battle with this card can attack again and increases its attack by 800. So it does some massive damage. I like using it. One of my first Blackwings, Blackwing Armed Wing. This card can only have a Blackwing tuner, and it's level 6. So Gale and a level 3, or my other Blackwing level 2, go with a level 4. So that should work really well. When it attacks a defense position monster, it increases the attack by 500, and it has piercing. So that's a massive amount of damage to your opponent. Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth, mainly because it's just a nice beater, and if my opponent has like Stardust Dragon, I'd rather just use this to attack it. Junk Gardener, a card that only works with Junk Synchron as a tuner, but it's 2600 defense, and when once per turn during either player's turn, you can switch the target of a monster to either attack or defense, just switching its battle position. And when it's destroyed, you can also switch its battle position of another monster. So it works like doubly good. Exhibitor Rebellum. This card I'm not too much of a fan of, but considering I don't really have a lot of level 7s, I only have 2. So I'm pretty much just running this because I can pretty much use it with anything. So it works pretty well that way. Blackwing Armor Master, such a good card. I love it and I hate it I love it when I'm using it. I hate it when it's used against me. It can't be destroyed by battle, and I take no battle damage from battles involving it. Plus, if it attacks a monster, it places a wedge counter, which the next turn you can just remove that wedge counter, and I'll have 0 attack, 0 defense to the end phase. So this card is actually really good. It's amazing. Alright, Junk Destroyer, one of my level 8s, another card that only can be summoned with Junk Synchron. It destroys the amount of cards on your opponent's side of the field equal to the number of non-tuner monsters you use to summon him. Plus 2600, that's pretty good, decent. Void Ogre Dragon, a 3000 beater. You can pretty much go attack or defense, so it doesn't really matter. While you're top decking, You can negate one spell or trap card your opponent controls, either during either player's turn, so it works really well. Colossal Fire. This card gains 100 attack in event, just 100 attack for every warrior type monster in either player's graveyard. So if you're playing like against 3 other people and they all have like tons of warriors, this card would get really jacked up. It'd be like over 9,000. Just saying. Over 9,000. Alright, well, anyway, 2,800 attack. That's just a beater, just right there. When it's destroyed by battle, you can automatically special summon any warrior, including himself. So that's just a plus right there, big time. Some Xyz, Gachi Gentetsu. It's a rank 2. Has 500 attack, 1,800 defense. Every monster on your side of the field gains 200 attack and defense for every overlay unit on it. And you can remove one overlay unit to pretty much just negate its destruction, so it's pretty good. Rhinoceros, because I need a rank 3 in this deck. And you can pretty much go good, because if you attack a defense position monster and then you use up an overlay unit, pretty much inflicts 1,000 points of damage, so that's pretty good, just tapping your opponent. Number 39, Utopia, one of the most used cards now. Pretty much during either player's turn, you can negate the attack by releasing one overlay unit. And it just has 2,500 attack, so that's pretty solid.
Needs a reprint.
Needs more reprints.
And it's a reprint, yeah. So it works really well. So anyway, thank you for watching. That's my deck profile. I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for more episodes.
Shape Snatch
Best card.
for the win.
Out.
OTK.